a choice he would have to make when he had a £500,000 black hole in his budget. Now, let me get on to the issue about council allowances. I know it's played a bit in the press. Personally, I would prefer to see a national payment scheme which took the decision out of the hands of this chamber. But whilst that decision is in the hands of this chamber, we have to make the right one. Now, I'm sure members opposite will agree the need for a diverse range of councillors, and money shouldn't be an object for them to come in. And local government shouldn't be the pursuit of people with their own financial means. It should be a pursuit for all. But even when you increase our wages by the amount we accept, we will still be one of the lowest council allowance schemes in the country, and of this which I am quite proud. And if they are so opposed to it, and it's why they're taking it out of their budget, maybe I can suggest 2 charities in which they can donate their allowances to. PAH Dolphin Ward and Streets to Homes. Councillor Hooker, 2 chosen charities to support as chair. Now, to
have a zombie budget tonight that is staggering this administration slowly into the night, aimlessly, and missing a golden opportunity, squandering the opportunity to set out a proper long-term vision for this town. What we've also heard tonight is the Labour Party doubling down on increasing councillor allowances. It is true that we should invite all walks of life to be councillors in this chamber, irrespective of their party. That is a principle that all political parties have held and welcomed and nudged people to be councillors. But what does it send? What signal does it send to the public that actually their priority is to increase councillor allowances? Now, the leader has form in this area. Of course, when he was first appointed leader of the council, he increased the size of his cabinet, and now we're presented with even more lavish expenses. It sends the wrong signal. It sends the wrong signal to voters in this town, and that is coupled with the council tax increase.
Issue of council allowances. It's not actually a party political one. I was campaigning about 6 months ago with Labour activists in Basildon who were complaining about the Tory administration in Basildon raising councillor allowances. It's a tricky one because whoever is in administration who makes this decision is going to be criticised by the opposition because it's a good way of sort of scoring political points, which is probably part of the reason councillors in Harlow haven't had a raise for nearly 9 years now. But if we do want the best people to be councillors, a range of people from all walks of life, from all backgrounds, we do need to think about raising these allowances. You know, I've got a job, full-time job, and I can manage those 2 things, but for some people that's not necessarily possible. I know I've turned down a promotion because I'm concentrating on my councillor allowance now. That's not, wasn't a big promotion, but it's just something to bear in mind. After the kind of quite aggressive, very different approach to the 2 Conservative councillors, Councillor Perry and Councillor Charles, I feel quite lucky that when I was standing for election last year, the only thing I had to go at me about was the fact I wasn't born in Harlow. Which brings me on to Chelmsford. It is Chelmsford, by the way, not Colchester, Malden or anywhere else. Yeah, thanks, John. The basic allowance of a councillor in Chelmsford is £5,760. The allowance, leader's allowance, you like this, Mark, is on top of that an additional £22,596. You're not having it. And this is for you, Clive. The mayoral allowance is £11,170. Tell Magnus you're not having that either. And the Leader of the Opposition will get an additional £7,455. I understand people's reservations, but we are one of the lowest paid councils in the country, and we do, if we're going to encourage a greater range of people to be councillors, we need to bear that in mind. And sorry, you know, if we have to take a hit and we have to be, you know, not by the opposition for doing it, then we do it because it's the right thing to do. Thank you.
Councillor Carter. I look forward to Councillor Mallard joining me in donating our increase in allowances to streets and homes. I shall be starting that on the 18th of February.
And I know it's been spoken about a lot already, and for £8,000, I don't think it should have been spoken about as much, but councillors' allowances. I cannot, in good conscience, vote for a budget that includes a councillor's allowance increase at the same time as a council tax increase. Perhaps if you delivered a freeze and decided that you were going to implement the council tax allowance, councillors' allowances increase, I would have been minded to consider it. I will not even consider it whilst you're raising taxes on residents and putting more money into your own pockets. I think that is not what any of us got into local government for. And I will say publicly now that when I was approached back end of last year, in October last year, to make a submission to the independent panel that made this recommendation, in my submission I clearly spoke against allowance increases. I clearly actually suggested what I would have brought before in a budget, that we should keep members' allowances, base allowances the same, but actually reduce special responsibility allowances. I hold my hands up and say I claim the special responsibility allowance as leader of the opposition, so that would have affected me as member as well as cabinet members. I think agreeing a budget tonight that increases money going into councillors' pockets is wrong.